Welcome back, sports fans, to WTOP 10 Sports. My name is Rob Finger, alongside Cole Fleming, and we find ourselves here at the Laker Turf Stadium just south of our main campus for the first round of the SUNYAC Championship Tournament. The matchup today consists of your Oswego State Lakers going up against the SUNY Oneonta Red Dragons, and this is an interesting matchup here, isn't it, Cole?
It sure is. You have the 3 seed and the 6 seed facing off against each other. A record, the only reason Oswego's record is better is because they have a tie instead of a loss in their SUNYAC record.
Oh, absolutely. And we saw this matchup going on, especially earlier in this year. We have to draw attention to the first win that SUNY Oneonta got this year. They went their first 6 games with 1 tie and 5 losses, but then they came here to the Turf Stadium here in Oswego and beat these Lakers 2-0. 2-0. I believe both goals were scored in the first half as well. So, hopefully,
Yes, they were.
This is one for Oneonta where they want to repeat their feat, but for the Oswego State Lakers, this is one where it's just a matter of redemption. Redemption is the word today for the Oswego State Lakers. As we get things kicked off, here doing the part will be number 13, Kiara Dash now, and I'll go over the starting sides for both sides here. First, for Oneonta, as they are kicking it off, we've got Brianna Meehan going in goal. We've got Kaden Ring, Emma Parenti, Sarah Keeley, Shannon Lowney, Kiara Dash now, Tara Nicholson, Kennedy Amo, Kayla Schweizer, Dominique Diorio, Natalie Decker as the starting side for the Red Dragons. And for your Oswego State Lakers, we've got Emma Rektorovic, Laura Miller, Gillian Grouth, Brianna Winkler, Amber McDermott, Lennon Russell, Jackie Marquardt, Nicolette Joanno, Erica Yancey, Courtney Key, and then Perry Anderson in goal for the Lakers. So hopefully this one will be a good one, as they've got it all the way over on the far side there, but a little bit back and forth so far to start this game. And Cole, what are we really looking for here? What is it that the Lakers need to do to prevent recreating the former matchup between these two?
You're looking for a fast start, for sure. It's nice and cold out, so you want to get the blood flow, and you want to get a good, nice, fast start moving the ball quickly, get yourselves kind of equipped to the game so you know what it's going to be like for the next 88 minutes.
Absolutely. As Oneonta here taking it quickly up this near side line, but kicking that one out is Nicolette Joanno. And we'll have a throw in here for the Oneonta Red Dragons, courtesy of number 27, Natalie Decker, looking over what she needs to find here. She finds number 8, Emma Parenti, handing it off over there to Kiara Dash now, sending it all the way across. And that will almost go. Yes, it will go off the sideline over there. Kennedy Almo had half a mind to chase it down, but the Lakers will throw it in, courtesy of, I believe that is Emma Rektorovic over there on the far side. Just trying to figure out where exactly she's going to put it. And she sends it off the head of, I believe that was Brianna Winkler over there on the far side. But this one will be a throw-in for the Red Dragons as they get it once again. Red Dragons, ironically, in their black kit, unlike the other Red Dragons in the SUNYAC, those being of Cortland, who came in here with their red not too long ago. 42 minutes still left, so still early stages. Only about 3 minutes in here as the Lakers just trying to get it out of their own end, of their own side. There's number 26, Erica Yancey, going for it there, just trying to get it up that sideline, but staving them off are the Red Dragons for now. But here come the Lakers on a bit of a rush, but the defensive line of the Red Dragons, namely number 23, Dominique Diorio, able to deter them for now. But here comes Brianna Winkler up that far sideline, sending it across to Courtney Key. Key making a few moves with it, trying to get it around this D, sending it into the box. But unfortunately, that will go into the arms of Brianna Meehan over there on the far side.
Of course, that 2-0 matchup in that first game, this first SUNYAC game for both teams, Emma Parenti scored in the 3rd minute for Oneonta. So you're seeing a little bit, you saw them get that pressure down early, and had a little bit of that thought of, could this happen again? But Oswego did well, they turned the field, and now they look like they're picking a little bit of momentum up.
Absolutely, as they take it deeper into the Red Dragons. And here we got Lene Russell there over on the far side. I think she just got hit in either the high back or the back of the head there by number 27, Natalie Decker. She'll make sure her boots are nice and tightly tied over there, as we will get, I believe, a free kick courtesy of either her or Amber McDermott over there. Both of them making sure everything is nicely tight and tied. And here we go. Free kick coming up. It'll go towards there. A couple headers will go. Just getting that over her goal. Stealing it away like the Hamburglar is Brianna Meehan. Going into the far corner for another corner kick here. Lakers kick it in. That's kicked out momentarily, kept in with a header. A little bit of chaos, but the Red Dragons are able to get it clear of their 30-yard box. But the Lakers are keen to get that one back in. Oneonta, though, trying their best to make it stay out. Oh, but that'll be Laura Miller over there.
Looks like she got the wind taken out of her a little bit.
Yeah, unfortunately, she got tripped up quite a bit. Unfortunately, still down, but nonetheless, she will get up under her own power.
We've seen 2 well-taken free kick and corner kick back-to-back by Oswego. We'll see if we can get another here. That's going to be a big key in tagging on a goal or two, because you want to win that battle through the free kicks and corner kicks.
Amber McDermott giving another one. Right in it goes. But Oneonta will try to kick it out. Going over for it is Natalie Decker. Looking to get it up this far sideline, and kicking it away, though, is Laura Miller. It'll go up the near sideline. Laura Miller, though, keeping Natalie Decker honest. But Oneonta will rush it out of their own side. Across that center line they go. Towards the middle this time. Taryn Nicholson kicking it all the way in. Kaden Ring running for it over there. Emma Rektorovic unfortunately kicking that one out. So it'll be a throw-in for the Red Dragons as they try to determine who will do it. I believe we'll have a sub in here, as that'll be Kaden Ring going out. And coming to replace her is Carson Kondracki. Throwing it in on the Red Dragons. But once again, staying right in. Into that 30-yard box they go. Quick kick. Thankfully, saved up by Perry Anderson.
What we've seen is Oneonta start pretty strong. They tend to be a better first-half team, scoring 10 and only allowing 4 in that first half. So they tend to be pretty good in this first half. And you see Oswego a little bit the opposite, scoring, or I still have a +7 goal differential in that first half. So both teams are pretty good coming out in this first half.
But unfortunately, no score as of yet, as we find ourselves about 7 minutes in. But still, Oneonta, for about the second time here, keeping it deep in the Lakers' end. And keeping it within their possession. Going over for it, kicking it across to Natalie Decker with Shannon Lowney. Decker now taking it.
Oswego keeping it nice and compact. They're not letting much through the middle, and they're letting them play wide, which Oneonta clearly is not looking to do. They want to force that middle, and Oswego is doing a good job keeping their 8 people right all in that kind of tight area, causing problems for Oneonta.
As we see a lot more sideline action here, as the Lakers finally trying to get it towards that middle. But trying to get it in here. Quick header there from Natalie Decker. But playing it off her is Amber McDermott. Once again, Nicolette Joanno going in. But again, it'll go over the head of Kayla Schweizer. Here's an opportunity for the Lakers. but kicking that away is Brianna Meehan with relative ease. Quick header from the Lakers, just trying to keep it in, trying to get those midfielders to keep it within that scoring range. The Red Dragons will keep it in with a well-placed sideline kick over there. I must commend. I believe that was Kennedy Mo over there, but kicking it away is Alora Miller, just trying to keep it within kicking range. But here come the Red Dragons. Fast the other way, Emma Parenti. Those three strikers kicking it in, but blocked away. Well done by Emma Rektorovec to keep that one away from the keeper, but unfortunately that one goes out of bounds, and we will have a throw-in for the Oneonta Red Dragons. They throw it in fairly quickly. But going over again, that'll be another header. Just make sure that it doesn't go out. I believe the referees did just rule that one went out, and that'll be a Lakers throw-in.
What I'm liking from Oneonta so far is their transition to the attack. They've done well moving that ball forward with pace and quickly, like a similar one to that, where that's what actually, if I remember correctly, that's what happened in the first goal against Oswego last time. They were caught in transition, and Oneonta does really well moving the ball quickly up the field. And that's going to be a key for them going forward throughout this game.
I mean, we saw it just there with Emma Parenti, just showing that speed from the three strikers of Oneonta, just able to get it in. As here comes Parenti once more. But the Lakers looking to get it out here. But we see that the Oneonta Red Dragons have that speed, and hopefully they're, for their sake anyway, that they're able to use it. And unfortunately, Laura Miller getting tripped up again. Quick free kick from her, gets it away from her. And Amber McDermott will take it, getting it up to those attackers. Coming up into the box, real close, but that'll go far to the near side. Lakers protecting it. That's Lene Russell getting it right in close to the goal, but unfortunately, Oneonta will kick it free, kick it away, kick it all the way up to Kiera Dashnow here.
See, that whole attack comes from that quick free kick. Talking about moving the ball quickly and efficiently. They set the ball down, they played it right back while all of the Oneonta backs returned, and it caused them to have a good offensive possession.
So I believe we'll have another throw in here. This one courtesy of Natalie Decker of Oneonta. Throwing it in. It'll go towards the middle, getting kicked off her again, and Alora Miller finding herself at the receiving end of a lot of physicality early in this game.
Yeah, you can tell Oneonta's come with that we're not going to let you have it mentality. We're just going to be physical. We're going to play you to the best of our abilities. And you can already see Oswego starting to get a little frustrated from it.
As especially Oswego looking to get it out of their own end, and they do it with just 2 touches of the boot. As here come the Lakers into the Oneonta end, and I believe that is number 11, Brianna Winkler over there. It'll go over the end line. And I believe that will be a corner kick for the Lakers as our referees here ruling a tip off of a foot of a Red Dragon. That'll be another corner kick for the Lakers over on the far side with only about 12 minutes into the first half here. Still a lot of time and a lot of soccer to be played. As here we go once more about the third corner kick. Here it comes. Right in. Oh, but it'll go across the goal and off the end line.
You can see it. That's another big opportunity off a corner kick. The balls have been played in really dangerous areas, and they've just not quite found that header to put it into the net. But it's looked good so far. They need to keep that up.
Brianna Meehan doing the goal kick honors, sending it over to the near side here where not a lot of her players are, but unfortunately it will go off the sideline, and it'll be a throw-in for the Lakers. Throwing that one in is Nicolette Joanno. Deep into the Oneonta end, but kicks it right to Courtney Key. Key will look to keep it in. Lene Russell over there putting in work. But Brianna Meehan comes out of range of her goal to grab it and make sure it does not do any damage still early in this game here. Meehan gives it a boot. It'll nearly make it to that center line, but the Lakers will again grab the possession off of that goal kick. So that goes, I believe, off the end line. So we'll have another corner kick, or another goal kick, I should say, from Brianna Meehan here, the native of Roxbury in New York.
You're starting to see Oneonta slip just a little bit. Some of their passes aren't connecting the way they were right in the beginning, and we'll see how that affects this next 10 minutes, where you can kind of feel they got to get their legs back and get back into the flow of things.
Yeah, and if you're a Lakers fan or a member of these Oswego State Lakers, you see that sort of slip, and that can only smell like an opportunity for them just to get one on the board early in this game and essentially do the reverse of what Oneonta did to them earlier this year. So they get it over to the far sideline, it'll go off again, and Oneonta will throw it in with speed as it goes off again. I believe that one was off of Eric Yancey over on the far side. Throwing it in again are the Red Dragons. Keeping that. Oh, going over to the center here. As kicking it away again is Laura Miller. Up to Courtney Key. Key taking it. Kicking it forward and running for that is Amber McDermott. But unfortunately, Kennedy Amo has a little bit more speed. And rather strategically, she will kick that out of bounds just so the rest of her team can catch up. Laura Miller deep in that end of the Red Dragons, with the Red Dragons able to kick it away, but heading it forward are the Lakers, just trying to keep it within range of their attackers. But nonetheless, the Red Dragons able to recover, able to get it over onto the near side. Natalie Decker kicking it up again to Emma Parenti. Parenti coming across through that middle like we were talking about earlier, as the Lakers are able to keep them out of that middle. But once again, I believe that's number 12, Amber McDermott, getting sent over there. Not to the liking of the crowd right here in front of us, because I will say, due to, Oneonta being not too far away, relatively speaking, and plus it being a playoff game, we have a little bit of a split crowd here at the Laker turf between fans of your Oswego State Lakers and the Oneonta Red Dragons, who have come on the road to come support their team in the first round of the SUNYAC tournament. As kicking it in are the Red Dragons, and coming out to meet them is Perry Anderson. She's thankfully able to get it in her mitts, and we will send it down the other way. We're about 15 minutes in, just over 15 minutes into this first half, only about a third of the way in to the first 45 minutes of play here, as another header gets served up by the Red Dragons. They'll send it over to the near side. Natalie Decker looking to do her work again, but stealing it away is Amber McDermott. McDermott sending it across there for Courtney Key. Key looking across, gets it back to Linnea Russell. Russell trying to get it over towards the middle, but kicking it away are the Red Dragons. As again, Oneonta able to recover off of their defense here. Again, Laura Miller sending it in for Key. That'll be kicked right into Brianna Meehan. She almost tripped.
I've been super impressed with Laura Miller so far. Sophomore midfielder, number 7. She's kind of been everywhere from what I've seen. She's drawn fouls in the defensive end, and then you can see her almost always in the attack as well. It's been really impressive to watch her, not like through the first 15 minutes. She's been kind of everywhere.
Oh, absolutely. We've seen her deep in the defensive end, deep in the attacking end as well, and she's been at the receiving end of a lot of Oneonta's physicality, especially in those first 10 minutes where we saw her getting pushed over, getting bumped a bit, but still she is playing on like a soldier. Even right here, Laura Miller getting right into the thick of it. As again, the Lakers able to steal it away, but Oneonta in about the middle of their own end, of their own half of the pitch here. Oh, and getting pushed over there is Kennedy Amo. No call, no foul, as the Lakers take it. Amber McDermott kicking it up, and again, Brianna Meehan will save that one with ease.
I like that shot right there. You're trying to get shots on goal. You're trying to put pressure on the goalkeeper. And so far, shots like that are what you need because who knows what can happen. If you can get a hold of one like that and place it in, well, it's really difficult for a keeper to know where a shot like that can go.
Oh, absolutely. And I will say, they've been making Brianna Meehan work so far, especially in relation to the other keeper on the other end, Perry Anderson. Yes, she's had to do a couple things. We saw her coming to have to meet the ball a little bit, but it's not been to nearly the extent that the Lakers have been working Brianna Meehan, and maybe that's what you have to do, especially early in this game. Like, get inside the keeper's head, get it inside that sort of mental capacity, mental ability, so that early in this game, maybe you can find a crack or two. As it goes off the sideline again, throwing it in are the Red Dragons, and they will get it close. Close in here is going over to meet that is Emma Rektorovic. She will kick it off the sideline just so that the rest of her team can regroup here. And grabbing it again, sending it all the way over to the near side where just about nobody is. Lene Russell trying to grab it, but it's Natalie Decker who steals it away. Trying to kick it away, though, is Amber McDermott. Sending it over towards Lene Russell, but kicking it away is Emma Parenti. Parenti going all the way into the corner. That'll go behind the net of Perry Anderson, and that will be a goal kick, and the Lakers can look to finally get it out of their own end here with about 25 minutes still left to go in this first half of affairs.
Yeah, you saw a little bit of a slip up mentally. She kind of left it for her teammate when she should have taken the ball. You had two of them like kind of right next to each other. If she had taken it, then you leave your defender in the 2-on-1. When you leave it, the defender obviously read it very well and was able to take it away.
Going off the sideline, it does. As the Red Dragons now looking to get it out of their end, and they do it with relative ease, just a throw in right along that far sideline. But again, it'll be the Red Dragons that touch it and send it out, as the Lakers will throw it in and possibly look to do it another time, as Lene Russell will be subbed out. And that'll be number 28, Sabrina Schmidt, coming to replace her here on the turf field. Sending it in on the Lakers. Over towards Sabrina Schmidt, but unfortunately a little bit blocked up there by Natalie Decker. You wonder if that was a little bit of strategic block. You saw that ball going right past her. She wanted to go right with it, but Natalie Decker just blocking her away here. And even more physicality over on that far side. Not an inch is being given here at the turf field.
Yeah, you can see the physicality starting to pick up just a little bit. Especially like right there, you see it again. You're seeing some of the physicality, especially from Oneonta, start to transition to Oswego also becoming physical and not being afraid to shy into challenges.
Oh, as that goes off a Laker off the end line, and that will be a corner kick for Oneonta. I believe their first of this game.
Yeah, you can see them trying to call for a handball. You think you're going to see the ref call that natural position. She kind of leaned back and her arm got extended. And that's one, it's really difficult for the refs, the way the new rules have been interpreted, to judge what's natural position and what's a handball.
Kicking it into the Red Dragons, right in close. A quick header, though, from the Lakers will send it over to Amber McDermott. And she will boot it clear. So it goes all the way over to number 23, Dominique Diorio. She'll try to send it right back in anyways. But up the far sideline it'll go. Try to chase after that was Sabrina Schmidt. But fortunately it will clear that far sideline before it can go anywhere. And here they come again. The Red Dragons trying to get it back deeper into this Oswego end as they just had it about 30 seconds ago. But nonetheless, Red Dragons coming right back in. A quick header there from the Lakers as they try to get it again. Laura Miller as well getting back into the mix. But the Red Dragons kick it right back in, and kicking it out of bounds there is Gillian Groth.
I want to see Oswego use the width a little more. They seem to be very in the middle, which is working well. You can see their midfield looks strong, but if you can use the width and the middle together, it works a lot more, forcing Oneonta to not know where you're going. And even if it doesn't work out wide, you should play it out there a little more just to see if you can cause questioning. You can get the defenders to not know exactly where you're going with the ball every time.
Courtney Key looking to steal it away, and she almost does. Taking on Kayla Schweizer over here. Key grabs it, and the Lakers will look to forward it the other way. Looking to get it up now to Kaylee Elliott. Elliott coming back in, setting it up for Courtney Key. She's got to run, though. But unfortunately did not have the speed. It'll go off the sideline, and that'll be a throw-in for Natalie Decker as well. We'll throw it in for the Red Dragons. Still looking to find number 8, Emma Parenti, who looks to be her more common throw-in target so far this game, is Courtney Key possessing it for the Lakers, sending it in for Laura Miller. Amber McDermott now. Across all the way over for Kaylee Elliott. But again, the Oneonta Red Dragons able to recover. Able to get it back to middle. And they will send it long the other way. Gillian Grouth having to kick it all the way back there for Perry Anderson, using the keeper. And setting it right back in. Laura Miller giving it a shorter boot. She'll get it back, but instead kick it across. Oh, and Nicolette Joanno almost running for her life there, just trying to make sure that it did not go out. She got one touch of it, but unfortunately it did find that near sideline, and here we will go the other way once again. Oswego just trying to defend here as Oneonta rushes it in. But unfortunately that will go off of a Laker. That'll be another corner kick here for the Oneonta Red Dragons. And you can kind of sense that sort of the flow of offense has unfortunately flowed over to the Red Dragons side. What do you think?
Yes, the style of play is definitely one that Oneonta wants to play. You can kind of feel that Oswego, better record, they tend to score more goals. You can kind of feel that Oneonta wants to keep it chaotic. They don't want any control. If you're Oswego, you want to start settling the pace down a little bit, controlling the ball more and trying to find the simple pass instead of hitting that long ball constantly. If you're Oneonta, you have the speed up top. You want to play that long ball. You want to cause chaos in the transition and see if you can sneak one in. Get a dangerous opportunity.
As the Lakers kick it in once again, and like you mentioned, Oneonta coming in here as the underdog technically, because, well, the worst record, even though head-to-head they did manage to beat the Oswego State Lakers 2-0 earlier in this season, but still, Oneonta having that sense of being the underdog, but wanting to essentially establish their place, establish, yes, we are the underdog, but we have power in and of ourselves. They're looking for that sort of a deal here as we kick it all the way over the other way. Running for it is Kaylee Elliott. It'll go off the sideline again, but this will be a Red Dragon throw-in.
And something to note with Oneonta's slow start, you said they started 0-6. They played much more difficult competition. They played a few ranked teams in that non-SUNYAC play. And you could see, I wonder if you're going to see that a little bit extra knowing what it is to play against much better teams. I wonder if you'll see that come into play towards the second half of trying to keep things in your control.
As we near the last third of this first half of affairs, kicking it towards the goal again. As the Lakers getting it dangerously close to their midfielders and defenders, kicking a high fly ball there. A quick header. The Lakers will try to keep it within kicking range here, but the Oneonta Red Dragons sending it back the other way. Joanno, though, over on the near side, will go off the body of Emma Parenti. And they will throw it in along this near side. And being pushed out there was number 28, Sabrina Schmidt, and Natalie Decker. Using that physicality, like we mentioned earlier, using that physicality to all of their benefit. As the Lakers looking to recover it, they get it towards the middle here. They'll get it back to their defensive line and just try to regroup here. Nicolette Joanno for Laura Miller. Getting it right on in, but kicking it away there, Sabrina Schmidt. Natalie Decker was the one that kicked it away. Schmidt will do the throw-in. The Lakers midfielders will look to keep it with their attackers, but nonetheless, the Red Dragons, here they come with that speed again. Emma Parenti turning the tables rather quickly. The other eight on the pitch here, Gillian Grouth, will send it off the end.
See both teams playing with three in the midfield. They have the triangle in the midfield, and they both have two defensive mids with one attacking mid. And you're seeing that with the idea of both teams want to transition quickly with having that 2-on-1 in the middle. And Oswego so far has done a better job of controlling that in the middle, but you're going to see Oneonta using the middle to get wide and Oswego using the middle to keep playing in the middle. It's a little bit of a different game style for both teams.
Oneonta sending it right back in, but again, just working it along that far sideline. But they will award a free kick here for the Oswego Lakers.
They're going to say offsides there. It looked like she didn't come back on the other side of the line. She played it back and then stayed, and the defensive line must have stepped up.
Lakers will kick it the other way. It's a quick header, keeps it right around that center line, and almost being pushed over there was Amber McDermott. She will take it herself. And the Lakers will look to go the other way. Here they come, right in close. But that will go off the end line. But thankfully for the Lakers anyway, that will be a corner kick for them. So they've got about their fourth or fifth here today in the last 15 minutes of the first 45.
It's great recognition by the midfielder to play that ball through. I wanted to see the attacker lay it off because you could see the runner, the right winger coming in behind, would have had the ability to take it and then have a one-on-one with the keeper. But she did well to win the corner.
Kicking it right in. The quick header will keep it within relative distance, but Oneonta will kick it away, thankfully, for Kiera Dashnell. Dashnell up for Parenti, and Dashnell tried to get that back from Parenti, but unfortunately Parenti kicking it a little bit wide. Dashnell did not have the speed to go for it, but that'll be kicked out there by Natalie Decker. And throwing it again is Joanno. Up this near sideline. Deeper into the zone it'll go. Decker again. Over to the middle here for Taryn Nicholson. Here comes Oneonta the other way with that speed like we saw. Carson Kondracki over there on the far side, but getting it kicked away from the Lakers. But unfortunately, I think we've got a little bit of an injury issue here.
Looks like she jammed her ankle trying to clear that ball. It was great defensive pressure by Oswego, being patient, waiting till the attacker made the mistake. But when she reached in, it looked like she got stepped on, and that's usually it's pretty painful when that happens.
But thankfully, that sacrificial play was able to get it clear for now, get it out of harm's way. But unfortunately, Oneonta getting it right back in that path, but stolen away by Amber McDermott. Well done by her. She gets it all the way up here for Sabrina Schmidt. Schmidt going the other way, but almost kicking it away there was Kayla Schweizer. Schmidt, trying to get it right towards the middle, but unfortunately it had a little bit too much curve on it. That'll go behind the net of Brianna Meehan.
Yeah, I wanted to see that touch to the middle. I've been talking about using the width, and they got the width. Right before she approached the defender, she had the ability to pass that ball left, right to the center forward, which with the defender stepping up, you can then slip in behind. She tried to take the touch around and got around, but it left it with a difficult ball to the middle.
As that'll go out of bounds once more. Oneonta will throw it in once more, and once more courtesy of Natalie Decker. But again, Sabrina Schmidt able to steal it away and try to protect it here as she does. She'll kick it up that near sideline again. This time up for number 5, Lexi Thompson. Again, Amber McDermott putting in some pressure here. McDermott over to the far side again for Sabrina Schmidt, but unfortunately stealing away is Emma Parenti, getting it quickly over for Kiara Dash now. Oh, stolen away by Amber McDermott again. McDermott gets it back, tries to get it towards the middle this time. And Laura Miller unfortunately missing that, but Kayla Schweizer will take it away. And again,
you can see this
all over the midfield here.
You can see this ball mainly being played on the close side, the side that's closer to the stands. And you can kind of see all of the people on this side are all trying to catch their breath. And then the defender gets it and plays it right back to the side. So they're constantly in movement, and you can see the other side just kind of standing around like, when's our turn?
Well, I mean, again, you sort of do have to think strategically. Like, you have those players on the far side who have those like slightly fresher legs, slightly caught breath, that sort of thing. But unfortunately, if you're not able to get it to that far side, you can't take advantage of it. But once more, number 27, Perry Anderson, will kick it all the way to the middle here, and Laura Miller will try to head it free, but it'll be kicked long over to the far side. And out of bounds it will go. Emma Rektorovic was the one running all the way to the far side for that. And Rektorovic will grab it to throw it in. With just about 10 minutes left to go in this first half of affairs from the Laker turf. A few sub-ins here, as I believe that's number 28, Sabrina Schmidt, going to take a well-deserved break. We'll get another throw in here, courtesy of the Lakers. Coming to join us is Elizabeth Singranelli, I believe, who replaced her. Another throw in for the Lakers. Just trying to figure out where she will put it. She'll put it up that far sideline over there for Lexi Thompson. That'll go out of bounds again off of a Red Dragon. So they will kick it right back into Singranelli. But again, Laura Miller. Oh, again, getting a lot of the physicality.
So you can hear a little bit of the Oneonta fans complaining about it. And it's hard to complain. If it's forward to forward, you're never going to see a call like that. But coming in from behind with that extended arm, you're always going to see a foul in a situation like that. Calling for both sides. You haven't seen it much from Oswego. And if you look overall, Oswego tends to foul less than Oneonta does. So you can kind of tell watching this game that Oneonta tends to be a little bit more on the physical side.
Lakers with a free kick here. Gets the boo. Right on in. And Brianna Meehan almost lost it for the Red Dragons. But again, that sort of split crowd like we see here. Those roadside fans for the Oneonta Red Dragons.
You're going to see an offsides call there. It looks like she left too early behind the defensive line. But I thought you also could have called a foul on the goalkeeper. She kind of ran into the goalkeeper, and I thought either of them could have been called. So,
well, nonetheless, we will play on here. Just about 8 minutes left to go. As they will use the keeper once again. Meehan will give it a big kick all the way to the center. But again, trying to kick that away was Rektorovic, and the Lakers just trying to recover their possession here. Laura Miller, we've seen her all over this pitch so far in this first half. And again, it'll go over to the near side. Kayla Schweizer will play it. And she will keep it within the boots of the Oneonta Red Dragons. Dominique Diorio over on the far side. Again, the Red Dragons keeping it in their possession. It'll go long. Emma Parenti with a kick. She scores. Emma Parenti puts the first mark on the board for the Oneonta Red Dragons. They will take a 1-0 lead with 7:05 left to go in just the first half. And just like that, the Oswego Lakers find themselves in a hole here.
Yeah, you're going to see right there, that's just a case of the counterattacking that I was talking about. You have the speed out wide, and she laced one from a difficult angle. That's exactly what you want to see on a shot like that, high into the front post, and she was able to hit it very well from the situation she was in. Of course, scoring the first goal last time, 3 minutes in, she now does it with 7 minutes left in this first half. Talking about being crucial against this Oswego team, who lately has not found much success against the Oneonta side.
Once again, Oneonta getting that crucial first goal, setting the tone, setting that sort of mark in the sand where we are here, we are not to be taken lightly. We will beat you again, even though we do not have the better record coming into this matchup. But you see the Lakers taking it in deep here, as they've had it before, but unfortunately they have not been able to keep it in so far in this game.
I'm curious to see how both teams respond. Of course, last time you saw 18 minutes after that first goal, you saw Oneonta attack on another. You now have 7 minutes left in this half. I'm curious to see if Oneonta follows that trend and keeps the pressure up, or if Oswego can find a little bit of an extra kick in their step and finish this half strong, so you go into that second half with extra confidence.
That corner kick here, unfortunately not successful for the Lakers, has taken it quickly to Sarah Keeley. Keeley going up the far side, kicking it through ball all the way to the boots of Perry Anderson. She will send it up this near side. Just looking for a little bit more room. Amber McDermott will put her boots on it. And that'll go off the sideline. Deflected off a Red Dragon, so the Lakers will throw it in once more. But trying to get it through there was Kaylee Elliott. Unfortunately not able to, as it'll go off the far side again. Laura Miller setting it down for the Red Dragons here. And again, unfortunately, apologies for the inaccurate scoreboard. Unfortunately, we're having a few technical issues back at the station, but nonetheless, 1-0 the score, just under 5 minutes still left to go in this first half. And the Lakers with a little bit of a hole to try to climb out of. And hopefully, a 1-goal lead is, of course, not insurmountable, but still, they have to take advantage of a lot more of their offensive opportunities, have to pepper Brianna Meehan, and unfortunately they have not been doing so far in this game. But they will send it down that far sideline. Lexi Thompson sending it over toward the middle, but unfortunately it will bounce off that end line. And Brianna Meehan will kick it once more. 4 minutes now left to go in this first half, as we count down the clock to halftime. And you gotta wonder what sort of words will be said by head coach Brian McGrain over there on the bench of the Oswego State Lakers, and what their game plan is going into that second half, going into the last 45 minutes of play. As again, Oneonta coming right back in.
They got to find a goal. Of course, down 1-0, you have to find a goal. Win and you're out. Win and you move on. Lose and you're out. I liked the way they played. A lot of the talk is going to be about stay with it. Don't go away from how we're playing. I think Oswego has had the better first half, but they have to find those chances. They have to execute better on crosses and shots, and that's going to be a big talking point. Is not necessarily changing the style, but you have to improve the execution.
2:55 left to go in this first half of affairs, and again, like you said, that sort of execution Oswego really needs to possibly find another gear here. Of course, Oneonta coming in as technically the lower seed, but they have not shown lower seed ability in this game so far as they kick it off the far sideline.
No, an interesting thing to note is how close the SUNYAC was in the mid-table. You have third place with Oswego at 5-3-1, and then you have 4, 5, 6 at 5-4, and then the only other team at 4, 4-1 is New Paltz. Guess who the tie was? Oswego and New Paltz. If New Paltz had beaten Oswego, you would have had a 5-way tie at 5-4. So you can kind of see it's a little close between all of these teams, and you can kind of you don't know who's going to come away with some of these games.
And especially in a high-stakes matchup like this between Oswego and the Red Dragons, as again, they get it over towards the midfield. And Alora Miller playing it again. They'll get it up that far sideline. Elizabeth Sigrinelli running for it, but unfortunately intercepting her over there on the far side was Kayla Schweizer. It'll go off the sideline so that the rest of her team can come in. But again, the Red Dragons over on the far side. Oh, and almost stealing that away was number 11, Shannon Lowney. Not exactly a happy camper with Alora Miller. Getting in a slight disagreement there over on the far side. But again, 1 minute remaining. 1 minute remaining here from the Laker turf in this first half anyway. Because again, Oneonta will get another free kick. And they'd like to spend as much time as they possibly can. They have the lead. There's only still a minute left just in the first half of things. But again, that'll go off the sideline. And you gotta almost argue it being, a little bit of a waste of time here as Elizabeth Sigrinelli will send it off. But Alora Miller trying to throw it in again. You can sense that sense of hurry-upness with the Oswego State Lakers that'll go off the sideline. Lakers will try to throw it in again. 10 seconds remaining.
See that throw and just slip out of the hands. That's pretty much going to do this half.
That will do it for this first half of play here from the Laker turf. The score after the first 45 minutes of play, 1 for the Oneonta Red Dragons, none for the Oswego State Lakers. And it was an interesting first half of play. We saw a lot more from Oneonta. What do you think? What do you think, Cole?
I think I liked the way Oneonta played. They were very calm defensively. They didn't let panic when any big chances came. They were able to thwart any of those really big opportunities. A thing to note for this second half is Oneonta's not good in the second half. Oneonta has been outscored 13-4 in that second half, while Oswego has outscored their opponents by 1. So they're going to go into this half with that you have to keep this lead attitude. We have not been the better team in the second half throughout the season. This is our time. This is the SUNYAC tournament. This is when it matters. Let's change that narrative and let's find a better way in the second half.
And one of the things that I've been noticing as well for the Oswego State Lakers is they've been able to switch out a lot of their players. They've been able to sub in, sub out. They have a little bit of that depth on their bench, but the Oneonta Red Dragons haven't been taking advantage of that so far. They've kept a lot of their starters on the field here. Names like Emma Parenti, Natalie Decker, and things like that. We'll see in this second half if the Oneonta Red Dragons make a few changes, but it's still all to play for here at the Laker Turf. You're watching women's soccer here on WTOP 10 Sports. We'll be back just after this. Welcome back, everybody, to WTOP 10 Sports. My name is Rob Finger, alongside Cole Fleming. And we're back here at the Laker Turf for the second half of action between your Oswego State Lakers and the SUNY Oneonta Red Dragons. And before we get going here, we'd like to apologize. Unfortunately, this second half, we will not have our lovely lower third graphic, but thankfully, you still got us. We can convey the score just as good as anything, can't we, Cole?
We sure can. I hope you're not annoyed of us, because it's going to be a fun second half.
We're gonna make it fun. Hopefully, the Lakers can come out of their deficit here, as unfortunately the score after the first 45 minutes of things, 1 for the Red Dragons, 0 for the Lakers, but a 1-goal lead is, of course, not insurmountable. That sort of thing. So, we will see what the Lakers can manage coming into this second half of action. And once again, the Lakers down 1-0. And Cole, what are we looking to see? What is the move here for the Lakers going into the second half?
For the Lakers, you're definitely, of course you're hunting for that goal. I want to see a little more comfortability with the ball, possess the ball a little more, and take the half into really looking to possess the ball and get good chances. They've kind of found these lighter crosses and these crosses that haven't resulted in much. So what you're looking for is you want execution, which you haven't. You had the better first half, out shooting them 6-3, 4-2 with shots on target. You really want the high danger chances that you haven't seen so far. You just have to stick with what you did in the first half, but with a tad bit more aggression, with wanting to score the goal because you need the goal.
Absolutely. And we saw, speaking of aggression especially, we saw Oneonta giving a lot of physical action here and there to the Lakers. 6
fouls in that first half. It was quite a physical battle. Oswego only had 1, so it definitely favored the Oneonta side in terms of the physicality.
As we will get things started in earnest here, as the Lakers looking to take it into the Oneonta end with speed here. Going over for it is Brianna Winkler. She will cut back towards the center here. Quick kick over there to Brianna Meehan, and she will grab it up with ease.
See right there, build the shots on target, put the pressure on the goalkeeper, but again, I want a little bit of a better opportunity. In that situation, that's the right decision because of shots on goal. But if you have the ability to get that better chance, I want to see them really work to getting that chance.
Over on the far side, the Lakers just trying to keep it in this Red Dragons end. Is going over for it again is Kayla Schweizer. It'll go out of bounds, and the Lakers will throw it in. Sending it right into Courtney Key. Just trying to protect it with Laura Miller right over there to help her out. But unfortunately, the Red Dragons able to take it and able to get a little bit of a through ball here. But Erica Yancey will kick that over to the sideline so that the rest of her team can come in and help them out.
Of course, number 8, the midfielder, Emma Parenti, getting that first goal. She scored in last appearance, and she looks good. She's actually almost looks like she's out on the wing today, and she's that little bit of that extra speed. She had a great shot. She's able to get power on her shots, and look for her to be the main piece of counterattacking in this second half. Because it's probably what you're going to see is you're going to see Oneonta probably shift back more defensively because Oswego needs to get that goal, and Oneonta is the last thing they want to do is let up that goal. So what you're going to see is you're going to see 1 or 2 main outlets from Oneonta, and my guess is Emma Parenti is going to be one of them.
Oh, yeah. We saw the combination between her as it goes right into the middle here. Dangerous territory. It will go out. Thankfully, get out of harm's way for now. But Oneonta trying to kick it back in. It gets blocked away by the Lakers. They will look to get it out here. Courtney Key touching it right there as number 12, Amber McDermott, going for it. And the Lakers will get it out of harm's way for now.
I don't know how you don't score on that opportunity right there. It was number 22 on Oneonta getting that huge opportunity inside the
Kayla
6.
Schweizer. Oh,
Kayla Schweizer.
absolutely.
She actually scored in the last time they played as well. That would have been a exact repeat of Emma Parenti scoring the first and Kayla Schweizer scoring the second. But inside the 6, lots of defenders in there. Very, very lucky for Oswego to not concede there.
Lakers coming right back in. As again, just trying to protect the ball. Coming back across is Amber McDermott. A long crosser there, but unfortunately it'll go right to Brianna Meehan instead of the cutting forward there.
I love that idea, that left back running forward. You didn't see that much in the first half. Finding that ball. The ball was not played correctly. It came a little too close to the keeper and allowed the keeper to get out. But that is exactly the type of ball you're looking at. Get numbers forward on the opposite side and play that, and you'll find some space and time over there.
Oneonta coming back, just trying to generate a little bit more offense here. The Red Dragons still with it. Sitting it right in on Perry Anderson. She will scoop that up with ease and look to get rid of it. Give it a kick. It almost got to that center line there, but unfortunately gets kicked away by Shannon Lowney. Over to the near side here for Oswego. Oh, but it gets kicked away by, I believe, the stray foot of Brianna Winkler. And Oneonta will look to throw it back in. Over on the near side. Kicking it away again. I believe that was number 26, Erica Yancey. Throwing it in. Just about 5 minutes into this second half here. 40 minutes still left to go in our regulation time here. As again, kicking it away. Over off to the far side. We'll have another Oneonta throw in. And you were mentioning, again, about Emma Parenti. We saw her working a lot with Natalie Decker on this near side. You said that she was working along the wing. Natalie Decker as well was putting in a lot of work, especially for a lot of the throw-ins that Oneonta got. Now they're over on the far side after we've switched sides, as is tradition here. Hopefully, at least for Oneonta, seeing them putting in a lot of work again. And you wonder how the Lakers will detect that and try to deter it, as well as Laura Miller almost sort of tripping up Shannon Lowney there in the middle. Miller gets it back.
The ref did not call it a foul because it was deemed that she was actually made contact with the ball before the trip.
Aha. Courtney Key coming right back in. Setting it up for Brianna Winkler. Oh, unfortunately losing it as Oneonta again able to set it out, but trying to get her boots on. It was Emma Rektorovic over there, but instead Carson Kondracki able to send it into the middle for Emma Parenti. And again, Oswego coming right back in and trying to grab that was Jackie Marquardt. Just could not manage at this point. And Oswego will have another throw-in.
I like what I see, a little more aggressiveness from Oswego. They have their outside backs are pushing a little extra forward, trying to win the ball earlier and not allowing Oneonta to really sustain any extra possession.
Oneonta getting it back at their sort of D line here as they come back over towards their midfielders, and through the middle they will come. Over towards Emma Parenti over there, but running for it is Tara Nicholson.
I think the ball movement from Oneonta has been much better in this second half. In the first half, they didn't really possess the ball at all. It was mainly just kick the ball forward. And you're seeing a little bit from both sides of each side is trying to possess the ball just a little more than they were.
Oneonta over on the far side as it gets, ruled out of bounds, I believe. Over there on the far side as the Lakers will throw it in right in near that far sideline. Courtney Key coming back for it. Gets it off the sideline again. That'll be ruled for Oswego. Key again. Throwing it in. Over towards Linnea Russell there. Kicking it away, though, are the Red Dragons. All the way back to the D-line of the Lakers. Towards the middle it'll go. Oneonta trying to get a through ball there, but unfortunately did not go. Hammer McDermott up for Courtney Key and tried to get it across to Russell, but did not go. Oneonta coming back. A little bit of a corner ball here for Emma Parenti. Almost stuck there in the corner. Gillian Grouth keeping her honest, but Emma Parenti able to power around as it goes all the way over to the near side here. Running for it is Brianna Winkler. Winkler not able to keep it in. She kicks it out, and throwing it in will be Kennedy Amo. We will have a sub in here.
See, it's a lot of these simple things, not being able to play the ball down the line correctly. It's a lot of these simple errors by Oswego that is costing them possession and chances overall throughout this game.
As Kennedy Becker will go to the bench. Number 9, Gianna Hanner will replace her for the Oneonta Red Dragons. Still 36 minutes left to go in this second half of things. 1-0 to score in favor of Oneonta. As it goes back to Perry Anderson. She will look over her options, analyze what's in front of her, try to figure out where to go. She will hand it off to, I believe, that is Gillian Grouth over on the far side. And again, Oneonta able to get possession back right at that midfield, but the Lakers able to get it a little bit free. Linnea Russell over for Courtney Key. She's just able to keep it in. Having to go for it, though, are the Lakers and trying to slide for it. Linnea Russell able to grab it after Nicolette Joanna was just able to knock them away enough, and we get a free kick here for the Lakers. Oh, and boy, oh boy, we have a little bit of a disagreement over here on the far side as Linnea Russell giving a shove to the Oneonta player, to the very much disliking of the Oneonta fans right in front of our press box here. As it gets kicked right near the box. And almost getting kicked in the face there was Amber McDermott. Yeah, that one came up high.
It's going to be a danger. They're going to call that a dangerous play. Second, whenever you see a foot extend above the, typically it depends on the ref. It's usually around the waist or the shoulders. When you reach close to that head area, they will call that foul. And on that pushing, shoving match on the other side, I like that not being a card for either side. It seemed a little physical on both sides, so it was either you give them both a yellow or none of them a yellow. And I agree with neither getting a yellow there.
Laura Miller, unfortunately, getting that kick blocked away by the wall. Joanna will look to keep it within scoring range. Over there for Lexi Thompson. Linnea Russell now putting in work. Just trying to keep it in. Sending it over towards the middle. Courtney Key in there. Trying to get it kicked across. The Lakers will keep it within range. Oneonta, though, able to kick it out.
That is a chance you want if you're Oswego. I know it didn't result in any big chance, but the cross in close like that with lots of bodies inside the 6, that's exactly where you want that shot. That's where you want that ball.
Absolutely. There's a lot of disagreement here from the crowd here. Like we said earlier, it's a little bit of a split crowd. A lot of people have come on the road for Oneonta. Those especially right in front of us here.
See number 26 on Oswego telling the crowd to bring it down just a little bit.
Eric Yancey having them quiet down a little bit more like a golf crowd instead of a soccer crowd.
No, you want that chippiness. You have to use that fans getting into it to get yourselves into it as well. And I hope that both sides use that to their advantage.
As Oneonta kicking it out of bounds once more, and the Lakers will have to throw it back in and do it all again. They send it right over to Courtney Key, Laura Miller as well. But it goes back over to the far side and off that far sideline. Nicolette Joanno will throw it in. Courtney Key will get it. Sending it right into the middle. Dangerous territory for the Red Dragons. Oh, but a little bit of a wild kick there from number 23, Katie Del Grosso.
But again, right in that danger area, that's where you want the ball to stay there almost this entire second half. Give yourself as many opportunities as you can inside that 18, which is closest to the goal, obviously the most dangerous area you can have.
32 minutes still remain in this second half. 32 minutes for the Lakers to possibly get that equalizer. But Oneonta is not making it easy. As the Lakers kick it right back in. And running for that is Katie Del Grosso. It'll go off the end line, however. That'll be Brianna Meehan again, doing the honors with a goal kick. And again, the score still 1-0 in favor of the Red Dragons. Big kick from Meehan. It'll go long.
So far, Brianna Meehan's had a very strong game. I haven't seen any I keep saying high danger chances. These big chances where you see goals often, but everything that has come her way, she's handled it well, and she's redistributed it nicely without putting anything in harm's way.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot can be said as well in that regard. She's got a goose egg on the board for the Lakers, so a lot can be said when you've still got that 0 on the board if you're a keeper like Brianna Meehan as it gets thrown in by her Red Dragons team, and a little bit of a collision there between Emma Parenti and Lene Russell on the far side. But again, the Lakers with a free kick as we near the 30-minute mark, the last third of action here from the Laker turf. And again, headed away. Laura Miller will get there. Headed up. Emma Parenti will kick it forward. The D-line of Oswego, though, will keep it within range. Amber McDermott sending it over to the near side. Over for Emma Rektorovic. Grabbing that. Katie Del Grosso trying to get it in the box. Oh, but that went right off of her head. Thankfully, she's able to get up, check for blood. There is none. We'll play on.
Yeah, anytime you see someone grabbing the head, you almost always see, no matter the situation, the ref give the X saying to stop the clock and make sure the player is all right.
Well, it looks like she is fine and dandy, fairly tough trooper as we play on here from the Laker turf. And again, over on that far side, Gillian Groth not able to keep it in, and we'll have, thankfully at least for the Lakers, a free kick for her over on the far side as we just eclipse the 30-minute mark. Boots it up along the far side. Laura Miller giving it a nice head to progress it up further, and Courtney Key will take it with the help of Lene Russell. Sending that in deeper. Kayla Schweizer. Again, Lene Russell putting in work, but unfortunately it'll go off the sideline. And Laura Miller will throw it in. We've seen her all over this pitch, all over today. She's been doing her duties for the Oswego State Lakers.
We're getting into that time where you've seen a few of the substitutions, and because of the way you're allowed multiple substitutions, you're going to start seeing some of the key pieces who came out. Example, Emma Parenti came out early in the second half and took about 5 minutes off, and then she just came back in. You're going to see a little bit of this 10-minute mark where you see a bunch of the key players coming off for fresh legs, and then probably within the last 10-15 minutes, you're going to see all those players come back onto the field and have all of your best players on the field for the final 10 or so minutes.
Here come the Lakers. Big chance here. Another kick in, but it's blocked away by Dominique Diorio. What an offensive play from the Oneonta Red Dragons, but unfortunately because of the block, we will have another corner kick for the Oswego State Lakers.
Quite unfortunate. I thought that was a great opportunity for Oswego. The block is crucial because the goalie seemed a little out of position because of the previous ball. That block worked out well, and you'll definitely take a corner instead of a goal on that one.
Lakers setting it up. 27 minutes to go. Sending it right in. Couple slides here. But the Oneonta Red Dragons able to escape again unscathed. Keeping it in, though, is Gillingrove. They'll send it right to the center. Big opportunity here. Kicked across, but kicked away by Oneonta.
See, you get a little too crowded in that middle area. You had two different Oswego Lakers, like, both trying to get the shot off and both not sure if they want it or if they're going to let their other teammate have it.
Yeah, those little miscommunications can mess things up in many different sports. Communication is key for a team like this. As the Oneonta Red Dragons able to get it free. But number 10 right there, Sarah Keeley, not able to touch it. Sending that out. Kicking it up is Shannon Lowney. But still in that Oneonta half of things. Kiki Del Grosso. Kicking it through there over for Lene Russell. Russell trying to grab it herself. And sending it all the way across. Oh, but unfortunately it will go out off of her.
You're starting to see what I had mentioned early in the second half of Oneonta starting to step back. You see them early in the game had 3 people forward. Now they have 1. And as a result, Oswego is pushing more numbers defensively forward. So whichever side the ball is on, you can tell the outside back is starting to step forward and just adding another number, because the more numbers you have on a side, you're just trying to look for 2-on-1 opportunities, because offensively that's your best combination of not having too many numbers in an area, but having the numbers advantage.
Katie Del Grosso again giving it a kick. But Brianna Meehan will make that save, and a big kick from distance there from Katie Del Grosso.
Thought that was a better opportunity for sure in that deeper area. You've seen them take some quick shots and comfortable ones where they don't look comfortable with taking the shot. And that was one the defender stepped off, and she had plenty of time to just step up. And it didn't go in the back of the net, but I like the opportunity and the thought of making sure you are getting your shots on target, being down 1-0.
Just under 25 minutes left to go in this second half. 1-0 still the score in favor of the Oneonta Red Dragons as they kick it all the way back there to Perry Anderson, their keeper. Will it go off the sideline? I believe it will. And unfortunately, Sabrina Schmidt not able to keep it in on this occasion. Sending it off a few headers here as Oneonta looking to get it deeper into the Lakers' end. They've got the lead already. They definitely like to get that goal for insurance. Keeping it in off a header there. Lakers just trying to get it out of harm's way. Oneonta. Quick header there from, I believe that was number 26, Erica Yancey. Well done by her as the Lakers able to get it out of their own end momentarily before number 22, Kayla Schweizer, putting in a lot of work today in that black headband.
You could see the Oswego right back complaining to the ref while the play was still going on. That's one. You can still complain to the ref, but maybe do it not when the ball is 5 feet away from you and in a situation like that. And you can see it starting to get chippy. It's that same right back who's having a nice physical battle with the left winger, and it seems to be they had the shoving match earlier over right near midfield, and you can see those two kind of getting pretty chippy with each other. That is Emma Parente, the goal scorer, on the left winger, of course.
You never know if it might, boil over or cause extracurricular activity, I should say.
I mean, there's a lot riding on a moment like this. You're this is do or die. So the emotions start to heighten, especially down 1-0 like that. You almost get like the thoughts start racing. Like, is this it? Is this all of this negative emotions? And you tend to translate that into anger and chippiness and frustration.
And sometimes that can be a decent thing, a decent motivator, getting that little bit of extra adrenaline, that extra energy.
Yes, you just can't be reckless with it. You see sometimes it causes silly mistakes where you get extra cards and red cards and all of these worse things that hurt your team in your frustration. So as long as you keep it somewhat in check, it's not the worst thing. It definitely helps fuel you and your energy throughout the last currently 22 minutes of the game.
As you said, about 22 minutes still left to go. Still 1-0 in favor of the Red Dragons as we get a goalkeeper change here. As Brianna Meehan will go take a break, and Amelia Cataldo, the native of Burnt Hills over in the Albany area, will come and replace her.
That is definitely not something that is super common within soccer, because the goalkeepers don't do much action. They typically don't need a substitution, so you might wonder if there's some injury thing happening with Brianna Meehan.
You never can tell. Amber McDermott giving one up for Lene Russell. Here they come the other way. Looking over what she's got in front of her, just trying to get around the defender of Dominique Diorio. As the Oneonta Red Dragons will kick that one out once more. Gillian Grouth going over the near side. But kicking it away there was number 2, Kaden Ring. Kicking it back in was Erica Yancey. And again, Oneonta looking to come the other way, but looking to steal it back again. Laura Miller at the butt end of a lot of the physicality here as she tripped over Shannon Lowney there. And the referee's awarding a free kick to the Lakers, to the dismay of the many Red Dragons fans right in front of us here. And a little bit incensed, some of them right in front of us.
Yes. I'm looking at it. Brianna Meehan, this is the 4th time that she's come out of a game early. She typically plays the full 90 minutes, but it is not uncommon for the other goalkeepers to come on. It's unusual, especially in a tournament match like this, SUNYAC Conference Championship. You typically have your best player out there as much as you can.
Absolutely, but thankfully, at least for those replacement goalkeepers, I mean, Amelia Cataldo so far this season has played almost about 120 minutes anyway, so about a game and a third, but hasn't given up a single goal. So you got to wonder if maybe that's a little bit of a strategic thing, maybe like a baseball closer type of thing. And oh boy, shoving match over on the far side. Bit of a disagreement and going back and forth between number 28, Sabrina Schmidt, and Hannah McNally of the Red Dragons. Neither the happiest camper over there on the far side as we get another free kick. 19:07. Still left to go.
See freshman and sophomore getting into it. Some of the underclassmen that are really wanting to keep the season alive. Probably you almost expect that more out of the seniors who are approaching their last games.
So Oswego coming back in, and as the referee is allowing a few sub-ins here. Number 20, Kennedy Amo, will go off. And so will number 28, Sabrina Schmidt. And coming to replace him is number 27, Natalie Decker. And I believe that is number 11, Brianna Winkler, for the Lakers. Going over to the far side, going over to the near side, I should say. As he goes off the sideline again, Emma Rektorvik Setting it right in. Here comes Katie Del Grosso. Again, gets it back to Rektorvik. Unfortunately, she'll have to get rid of it quickly here. And she does. High fly ball there. As it gets in. And a bit of a push off here. Some of the fans are arguing. And again, physicality on both sides of the field here.
I can get where they come from. She gave a little extra push in the back. And as I had mentioned earlier, you typically see that called, but ref deciding to let that one play.
As number 10, Sarah Keeley, comes out, and number 7, Lauren Goyette, will replace her here. And again, heightened tensions here in the stands at the Laker turf and on the field as well. A lot of that physicality being played out here. Lene Russell, bit of a pushover of Kaden Ring there on the near side. But again, I believe we'll have a free kick over here in place of that. Shannon Lowney will do the honors on the near side. 16 minutes still left to go. But time running down for the Lakers to try and equalize it. Here's the kick towards the center, but off of the thigh there, it looked like, of Amber McDermott, just trying to get it out of harm's way. But again, Kayla Schweizer putting in the work, stealing it away for the Red Dragons. And now keeping it within range with those bright red-orange boots of hers. Kicking it back up. High fly ball again. It'll touch the ground, bounce once, and go over to Perry Anderson, the goalkeeper, with 16:06 still left to go. 1-0. Still the score in favor of Oneonta. Big kick there. This goes off the body. Laura Miller kicking it out of bounds. It'll go over the fencing. We'll have another sub in here as Oneonta now taking advantage of their bench depth. Shannon Lowney will go off. And Lisa Schinkel will come on.
You can see the strategy of keeping their best players in as long as they can without needing to sub them. It got them the goal in the first half, and that's really what they were looking for, is to have this lead, and now you bring in the fresh legs towards the end to help push you over that end, because 90 minutes is a long time to play a soccer game.
Well, of course, as we now about 15 minutes still left to go, and Oneonta will throw it in. And unfortunately, if the Lakers cannot equalize in this last 15 minutes, it will be the last 15 minutes of their season. As again, Brianna Winkler over on the far side trying to put in some work defensively, trying to keep it out of range, and kicking it away there was Nicolette Joanno, and tripping over her a little bit there was Emma Parenti.
Something to know, the all-time record of Oswego against Oneonta. Oswego's 9-30-1 against Oneonta. So not a very strong record. They won 8 of the first 10 and then proceeded to have 25 straight games without being able to beat Oneonta. That streak was broke last year in Oneonta, in which the Oswego Lakers were able to beat them. But this year, kind of see they lost 2-0, and now they're definitely at a big risk to lose this game.
Oh, especially they may have to find an extra gear here as Oneonta coming back in within striking distance. But again, the Lakers able to kick it out over to Laura Miller. She's been all over this ball, all over the pitch. And again, sending it across there, running forward and able to win the foot race there was Katie Del Grosso, stealing it away for the Lakers. But it'll go for a long ball. Lene Russell having to chase that one down. But kicking it away was Dominic Diorio. Over towards Caden Ring. Over on the near side here. It'll get kicked out in favor of Natalie Decker.
I like to see Lene Russell anticipate a little more of where that ball was going up top. She kind of stuck with her defenders instead of running to the open space, which is where the ball was played. And I need to make sure you're moving as much as you can, causing as much movement and wearing out the other team as you can with only 13 minutes left, down 1-0.
This goes back all the way to Perry Anderson for this goal kick. 13 minutes still left to go. Sending it high and out. Kitty Del Grosso in the middle. Trying to get it free, but looking to steal it away. Is Tara Nicholson. And they will give a free kick to the Oneonta Red Dragons here.
Yeah, so she's kind of tugging her from the back. That is definitely the right call there.
12:45 now left to go. Hannah McNally giving it a kick. It'll get off of the foot there of Amber McDermott, it looked like. Katie Del Grosso trying to take it back, but Natalie Decker able to steal it for the Red Dragons. Over to the near side it'll go. Carolyn Schmitz getting it there. Kaden Ring sending it in. It'll go far over towards Oneonta. But again, high kick there. Had her here. Dangerous range for the Red Dragons. But unfortunately not able to get a good kick in. They do get one, but it'll go wide of the goal of Perry Anderson. Last 12 minutes of action in this second half, in this regulation time. The Lakers still without a mark on the board. There's not much time to do it. Anderson gives it a kick. Go over towards Laura Miller and Brianna Winkler there on the far side. And they will grab it up, and Amber McDermott will take it. Bit of a through ball there, but unfortunately it does not reach a Laker. Instead, the Oneonta Red Dragons will kick it back to that D line. Oswego will have to play with it. Under pressure, though, from Carolyn Schmitz. She was all over those D over there. But the Lakers get it up to Lene Russell.
I need to see a better sense of urgency from Oswego. They can see Oneonta still seems to almost be outworking them. Not quite, but it's really close, and Oneonta up 1-0, outworking them is never a great sign with the final 10 minutes in a game.
Oh, absolutely is coming back the other way. Oneonta with a chance here, able to deny it though are the Lakers, and kicking that one out of range is Eric Yancey.
And you see that ball played a little sooner. They really did have a big opportunity with numbers 3-on-2 and took a little too long to play that ball to the far attacker.
Coming up the far side here. Lene Russell, Courtney Key. Again, back to Lene Russell. Taking it across. Kicking it into the box. Can the Lakers equal? Ooh, a big high kick there from Kitty Del Grosso. No call from the referee, to the dismay of the Oneonta crowd here.
I feel that. I thought that was definitely dangerous, unnatural. Pretty much the same call you saw earlier, and you did not see it get called in the favor of Oneonta this time, which I'm a little surprised.
We are under the 10-minute mark. 9:37 left to go in this second half, as tensions flaring here at the turf field. Getting that up. Amber McDermott trying to get it up forward for the Lakers, but instead here comes Oneonta. Through ball over for Emma Parenti. Here she comes. Double team though. Trying to get it around number 18, Nicolette Joanno. It'll go off the end line. And I believe they will stop the clock for a slew of different sub-ins from Oneonta. 9:06 left to go, and we will have a corner kick. This one taken by Tara Nicholson. And again, less than 10 minutes to go.
You've seen a huge change in Oneonta subbing a ton. After that first half, there were 2 players who had come off the field in total for Oneonta. Now they have just 2 starters that have played the entire game.
And a dangerous opportunity there for the Oneonta Red Dragons. The Lakers able to deny him on this occasion, but still, they'll get another corner kick. This one taken instead by Shannon Lowney, the native of Massapequa.
See, it's the opposite for Oswego. Oswego has 6 of their 10 on the field, including their goalie. So 7 of the 11 players have played the entire game, which is not what you'd expect after that first half, considering Oswego did sub more.
8:48 still left to go. Corner kick incoming. Here it comes. Headed away, though, by the Lakers. They will get it up and out. But trying to keep it in, though, is Shannon Lowney.
They need something to spark them here if you're the Lakers. You need something to get you going. Find some little grasping. You're kind of grasping for air right now. You need something to...
Oh, and a big save there by Perry Anderson. Keeps it at just 1.
It's a fantastic save in a dire situation. You go down 2-0 with 8 minutes left. It's all but lost.
But still, 8:20 still left to play in. We've stopped the clock a few times here in the last couple minutes. We'll have another corner kick for Oneonta. They'll kick it back in. That'll be off the outside of the net.
Once you reach inside that 10-minute mark, you'll see the ref stop for substitutions and the little things where you're able to time waste. He'll stop the clock and make it so you are no longer able to have that time wasting.
Oneonta keeping it within striking distance. Taking it is Carson Kondracki, but able to steal it away instead is Eric Yancey. Off the sideline it'll go. Yancey with a throw-in. Oh, and the referee, Eric Yancey, wanted to throw it in a little bit further up, but referee not quite allowing her. Killian Grouth kicking it out of bounds. That'll be a throw-in for the Lakers. Or throw-in for Oneonta, I should say, after kicked out by the Lakers. And again, Natalie Decker doing the honors. As kicking it away are the Lakers. Here they come the other way. Courtney Key. Lakers looking for the equalizer. Through ball for for Kaylee Elliott. Right in.
She needed to take that forward. She had the defender on her heels, and she could have taken a touch towards the net without the defender hitting her, and she just decided to take the shot, and it did not work well.
Sometimes you may need a little bit more of that patience. Take that extra step if you want to get it past there.
Hard to blame the attacker, though. 7 minutes left. You see the opportunity to take that shot in the 18. You're like, you just got to go, got to take that chance. And it's a lot harder to, in the moments, think, let's take a second. Let's look up. Let's scan. It takes too long in the time to realize that you might have a chance to take the ball forward and take a shot.
Just about 6 minutes left in play here. Linnea Russell throwing it in quickly. It'll go out again. Katie Del Grosso doing it this time. Sending it right in for Kaylee Elliott. But again, the referees will rule that out of bounds. Laura Miller doing the throwing in duties. And heading it up, I believe, was Linnea Russell there over on the far side. But again, going out of bounds. Laura Miller doing it again. Right off the body of a Red Dragon over there. And unfortunately falling over that ball was number 12, Amber McDermott. Keeping it in scoring range. It'll go long off that end line. And another goal kick will come for Cataldo. 5:18 is all that the Lakers have left to even the score and try to win the day. But nonetheless, Oneonta not making things easy, but the Lakers putting on a lot more offense here in the last few minutes.
I want to see more numbers forward for Oswego. This is it. 5 minutes left. Put 2 in the back and just kind of throw everyone forward that you can. Maybe throw on an extra attacker as a substitute. Do anything you can to have that little extra forward positioning because, down 1-0, game on the line. If you don't win this game, you are out entirely. Your season is over. So you can see it a little bit now with only 2 defenders back and everyone's forward.
Laura Miller sending that right in. Lexi Thompson sending it right across, but right into the boots of Kayla Schweizer. He's able to get it out with ease. Here comes Oneonta the other way. Katie Doherty, it looks like, over on the far side. Oh, but kicking it away are the Lakers. Just trying to get it back into that offensive zone however they can. As Perry Anderson coming much further up here. 4 minutes left. Lakers trying to equal. 1-0 still the score in favor of Oneonta.
Bring the extra numbers. You can almost at this point have one defender. Who cares about letting up another goal? You need to score the goal.
Lene Russell trying to take it. She's just able to keep it in play. But Oneonta going the other way and running for it is Carson Kondracki. Able to keep it in is Erica Yancey. Yancey again. Just trying to keep it in the Oneonta half and running for it and able to steal it away as Kaylee Elliott. Well done by her. And keeping it in play there, Lauren O'Connell. Still, again, out of bounds it'll go. And the Lakers will throw it in. Taking that.
Oneonta's has done a very good job of staying compact. They haven't let anything open. You have 3 minutes left. They just are trying to stay as disciplined as possible. Oswego got to get that goal.
And what more of an opportunity they have here is close to the box they still come.
They still have 3 in the defensive zone. Throw everyone forward.
Going over for it, Erica Yancey. I think the Oswego crowd there was looking for a call, but none will come. Yancey getting it through. It'll roll all the way to Amelia Cataldo. 2:11 left to go in regulation time here. Cataldo trying to get it clear. It'll go all the way over to the far side. And throwing it in instead is Nicolette Joanno. It'll go out again. Another throw in for the Lakers. And going for it this time is Kaylee Elliott. Off the sideline again. Elliott throws it in this time. Just looking over where she wants to put it. Gets it right there. Gets it back. Trying to get it into that box. But the Red Dragons. Oh, coming in again. Laura Miller. Putting in that work again. She's worked all game here. And I think she's been the star for this Oswego State Lakers side so far this game. And you've got that one back.
That was definitely a closer foul. I did not see any intent to knock her over. It just was a unfortunate collision that resulted in an Oswego free kick. Of course, 1 minute to go.
Gillian Grouth kicking it in. If the Lakers want to equal, they have to do it now. Amelia Cataldo getting it for Oneonta, just trying to waste time. 50 seconds to go.
Last-ditch effort. Who cares if you concede here? Everyone has to go forward. You get the ball, everyone has to go forward.
Lakers just trying to get it. Oneonta, though, looking to keep it in the Lakers' end. 35 seconds left. Off the sideline it'll go. The Lakers getting that. Nicolette Joanno throwing it in. But the Lakers, unfortunately, pinned a little bit in their own end. Red Dragons kick it out. 14 seconds to go. Here come the Lakers going the other way. Series of throw-ins. But again, 6-5 to go. Over to the center. Courtney Key, one last kick. But that will do it. The Oneonta Red Dragons will move on in the SUNYAC tournament.
You have to feel for the Lakers seniors, this being their last game. Luckily, it was at home, but it's very unfortunate, and you have to feel for some of them. They just couldn't quite get the job done in a game that they probably should have won. They outshot their opponents 10-6. They looked like the better team overall. I thought once Oneonta got that goal, another counterattack, great finish in a difficult angle, and what else? This just hard for the seniors to have to play their last game in a game like this, where a game they know they should have won, in a game that just felt like they could have done more.
Well, it seems over the course of this season in their two matchups, the Oneonta Red Dragons just had the Lakers' number. The first one ended 2-0, and this second and final matchup for the Lakers ending in a 1-0 loss.
Goal by Oneonta was scored by Emma Parenti, assisted by Sarah Keeley. Long ball, right side to left, great finish. I thought Oneonta did a great job defensively. They defensively held their own, and even though they were faced lots and lots of attack in that second half, they did a good job not letting the momentum go away and getting opportunities and just playing an overall complete game. That's Oswego, just not allowing Oswego to get that goal.
Oh, absolutely. And one of the people that I do want to mention for the Oswego State Lakers is number 7, Alora Miller. She was putting in a lot of work there. Alora Miller, native of Parrish, and actually a graduate of a high school that I used to call hockey for, the Fayetteville Manlius Hornets, down in the Syracuse area. So, FM grad coming up to Oswego, putting in work as a sophomore, and especially going into next season. Well,
she played the entire game, never came off for a sub, always was everywhere on the field. Very impressive showing, even though Oswego could not get the job done.
Well, as a lot of the seniors graduate, people like Lexi Thompson, Emma Rektorovic, you've got Gabriela Martinez, Jackie Marquardt, Lauren O'Connell, Katie Del Grosso, Carissa Rue, Harry Anderson. All of these seniors will either graduate or take their fifth-year option. But nonetheless, we appreciate all that they have done for the Oswego State Lakers soccer program as the Oneonta Red Dragons. You can see right here just how many people came from Oneonta, parents, family, friends, coming in to see the upset of the Oswego State Lakers.
Yeah, props to the fans from Oneonta for coming. They had a great showing, considering this is an away game. Also, big props to the Oswego fans. Came out here, supported their team, even though it's a difficult loss. Still came out, supported, and applauded.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, sports fans alike, for joining us here on WTOP 10 Sports. It was a wonderful season, a wonderful time to call some soccer here at the Laker Turf.
I'd like to thank all the viewers, too, for tuning in today and throughout the season, really helping us do what we do.
Oh, absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, viewers alike, for Colt Fleming, I've been Rob Finger, and we will see you next time here on WTOP 10 Sports. Tune in later as we will have coverage of tonight's men's hockey game as the men's hockey team takes on Elmira College at the Deborah F. Stanley Arena.
10th ranked in the nation, Elmira. It's going to be a tough test.
Oh, yeah. So, sports fans, we hope you'll tune in for that, because I'll be there to call it for you. Once again, for Cole Fleming, I've been Rob Finger. We'll see you next time here on WTOP 10 Sports.